Okay, well, there's been a change of plan for the project LabRat 412 budget build small block Chevy. I have another set of cylinder heads that I have. I can't make up my mind what I want to use. These are pretty sweet. You can see they've got monster springs, nice stainless valves. These are double humps, Chevy small block double humps. They've got a lot of work already done to them. This is kind of what I based some of the work that I did on the other set of cylinder heads on, but I didn't go nearly in depth. These are pretty nice. They're actually, angle milled and big old stinking intake valves. The cam that I put on that engine is actually a pretty decent little cam too, so kind of excited what this little thing is gonna run like for being a big pile of used junk parts. So I'm gonna continue to, you can see I got two of the valves out. I numbered all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4. Numbered the valves 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I can put them back in the same hole. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to it, and this is my tool of choice that a buddy let me borrow. Too poor to go buy my own, and these older ones are a lot better than what they make nowadays. So I'm gonna get my stuff situated. Oh yeah, when you're doing this, don't lose your keepers when you go to take the springs out. When you got a giant mess that you work in and you're 50 by 50, multi-million-dollar, got all the machining equipment kind of shop like me, you keep real organized, so little stuff like that can end up going to the wayside pretty easy. And you definitely need those. So now I'm on my sketchy table here that is not rated for this, and I hope that it doesn't just destroy my toes. So hook this bad boy up here. By the way, I'm taking these apart just to clean them and lap the valves, just because I don't know, I guess it's free. It just takes some time. So, and even though these are big, there's one big springs, they really aren't that hard to compress. I think these are big block Chevy springs. These are definitely some Frankenstein heads, but they're sweet. So I'll go ahead and lose my keepers over here. Go destroy the table, throw everything on the ground. Big old dirty spring out. And what we're calling number 2 intake valve. Now, if you could plug your finger real tight over the other side of this, on this side of the valve guide hole, you should be able to, when you hear that? You hear that? That's how you know it's sealing up pretty good. So, you want to do that. I'm going to off camera do something that you shouldn't do. So, I'm not even going to show you. See, good as new. I think when I was hitting it with a little bit of sandpaper on the deck, I might have rubbed that a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm just going to take just some gray Scotch-Brite and just kind of lightly clean the garbage off of these. Nothing crazy. I'm not pushing hard. This one has a little bit of corrosion on around the lip of it. But that's fine. We're going to take care of that. I'm going to go crazy with cleaning it up. These valves are sweet, by the way. They're swirl finished or ported or whatever you want to say. And yeah, these were definitely a score and some cylinder heads that were given to me. So you can see it's a little nasty down in there. That's what we're trying to get up out of there. So this is super clean, and a little bit of water just for an initial little wipe down. I'm doing this at home in my garage for a budget, so if you see me doing something that's, you know, might not be what they do in the professional shop, you can argue amongst yourselves about it, because I know, and I don't care. We'll see if it runs or not. And if there's any naysayers out there, for your sake, I hope it doesn't run. Nice. Oh yeah, you can feel her pulling air. Beautiful seal. Valve grinding compound. I'm sure you've... Well, maybe. There we go. Now you don't need a whole lot of this. You want to just... Or what I'm going to do. I'm sure there's a million professionals out there that do it a different way, but this is what I'm going to do. You know, I'm a YouTube certified professional, so you know, once you've watched, what do you guys think? 10 videos on something, you know, you're pretty much a professional, right? That's the way I look at it. This isn't my first time taking an engine apart either, so. And now I'm going to do something you guys are really going to cringe at, because it's going to involve a little bit of, and I'm just going to lightly, it'll be alright. I'm just going to chuck the valve into the drill, not going to crank it down. Not turning it up to fucking 12,000 RPM. Just lightly. Just lightly. And I'll show you what we got. I don't know if you can see, but these ones got really nice rings around them. I've already lapped those. That's what you want to see. I hope the camera can see this. See these little, how nice and shiny the rings are around those? That's what you want. So I'm going to pop this one out. We got our valve with the goo on it. Camera will focus, whatever. Let me just throw everything on the ground here because I don't have any room. And for my initial wipe, I'm just going to use this semi-dirty paper towel for it. And then I'm going to quickly throw it in the trash. And grab another one. semi-dirty. Oh yeah, that's what you want to see right there. Let me just wipe this off real quick. All-purpose cleaner. And as you can see, nice shiny little ring. Oh yeah, look at that. Very nice valves. Okay. I'm not going to keep you along for this whole process. I figure once you see me do one, well, you can replay it 8 times if you want to see me do them eight more, you know. So. Oh man, these heads have had all kinds of work done to me. Very, very nice cylinder heads. You know, they're cast iron, but back in the day, these were the top dogs to have. And you can see there's another nice, clean ring there. I'll take one more out so you can see the difference right next to it. And then I'll probably cut you off. So, okay. Make a giant mess. Shoot your keepers across the garage. These springs are not that stiff. I'm just trying to be careful and not go full ham right out of the gate. Got my keepers out. Gonna lose them over here. Oh, lost it. Release. You're cracking. And there she goes. She's kind of dirty. You know, they got the overspray for extra performance on it, but. We'll get her cleaned out. Also, I forgot to mention that I am keeping the springs on the same valve and the valves all together, and I'm trying to keep the valves numbered on the bottom. So I'm just, setting them aside. All the room in the world to do this kind of stuff. I love it. And you can see how this one's nice and dirty, and they've just been setting a while. This stuff will come right off of them. What you want to do is you want to do it right over the cylinder head you're trying to clean. I'm going to step over here to the side and just kind of lightly Scotch-Brite it. Got a little build-up on it, huh? Different than the other. we're going to put her back in anyways. But you can see these, well, you can't see, I'm sure, but right on the, they actually say manly right on the end of the valve right there. This one's a little dirtier than the, but you can see there's no, you can see the ring, the nice ring, and the not so nice ring. So we're going to fix that up. We're just going to do the same thing that we did over here for the entire, this head and the other cylinder head, and I'm just going to try to clean them up as, you know, fast and efficiently as possible, and, you know, send it. So, only thing we're trying to do with this engine is beat it mercilessly and have a blast doing it. So, I'll get you back in here if I need to drop any more redneck knowledge on you.